The doctors at the VA are often thinking about, oh, you might have had this type of exposure, and that's the reason why you have this medical condition. And they might be able to link things together. That may not be so much the case, though, for veterans who are seeking care out in the private sector.
Right.
There may be certain symptoms or conditions that they have that they may or may not think has anything to do with their military service. So for individuals that are out there that may have Agent Orange exposure, or family members of people that have Agent Orange exposure, what kind of symptoms and illnesses and things are we talking about?
And so what's really interesting is it's not even so much that these are illnesses that wouldn't occur in everyday life, right? So some of the things we think about, like diabetes or high blood pressure or, any sort of heart disease or respiratory problems or gastrointestinal problems, it's not like we wouldn't necessarily see them, especially when we're talking about, an aging population.
Right.
Because all of these disorders or illnesses, tend to occur as you age. What we tend to see, however, is that individuals have been experiencing these disorders or these illnesses for a way longer period of time. So even in the VA system, a lot of what happens is that people are sort of just treated for different symptoms, and it's not really seen as something that is a global illness.
Okay.
So really with Agent Orange exposure, one of the things that we're starting to see, especially now, I think it's really important when people are developing different types of dementias. And, we've known for a long time that different types of cancers, like lung cancer, even brain cancer, are higher in individuals who have Agent Orange exposure. One of the things that's been found pretty recently is that it's 2.5 times more likely for Vietnam veterans to be diagnosed with a kind of dementia, meaning a memory disorder and an inability to take care of yourself. So I would think that as individuals are starting to see different symptoms of dementia, that it's worthwhile to have that checked out by a VA physician just to see if it can be related to service in Vietnam.
That's bananas. It's kind of scary too.
It's really scary. It is. It's really scary. And I think, part of it for Vietnam veterans is that a lot of this, obviously, it's been going on for a really long time. And so, just the buildup of these toxins in the system, it has devastating effects. So, maybe diabetes is worse than it would have been otherwise, or blood pressure is higher than it would have been otherwise, or cholesterol and things like that.
Or the illness starts sooner,
or it starts sooner, or when there's no family history, because a lot of these illnesses, also disorders, tend to run in families, but you see that no one else in the family has, diabetes, and all of a sudden, this patient who has been, has had these toxic exposures.
The free VA New England mobile app is empowering those who served our country like never before. Access up-to-date information on benefits, healthcare, home loans, and more. Search VA New England in your app store today and access the benefits you've earned and deserve.